A fire broke out at the Afip Oil Refinery on the morning of November 29 after debris from an unmanned aerial vehicle fell, the regional task force reported. According to the headquarters, drone fragments damaged some technical equipment. The initial fire area was approximately 100 square meters, and the refinery's tanks were not damaged. Personnel were evacuated to a shelter. There were no injuries. The fire was contained to an area of 250 square meters. 65 people and 21 pieces of equipment participated in extinguishing the fire. Additionally, UAV debris caused a fire in a subsidiary farm of an agricultural enterprise in the village of Afip. The 50-square-meter fire was quickly extinguished, and there were no injuries. The pro-Ukrainian Telegram channel Supernova Plus published a video of the fire at the plant and the moment of impact. Earlier, Kommersant-Kuban reported that air defense forces intercepted and destroyed 11 drones over the Krasnodar Territory on the night of November 29. The Afip Oil Refinery in Russia's Krasnodar Krai has been operating since 1963. Its design capacity is approximately 6.25 million tons of oil per year. It produces gasoline, diesel, and aviation fuel and is considered one of the key refineries in southern Russia. As part of the modernization program in recent years, plans were underway to increase processing depth and install new process units. The plant plays a vital role in fuel supplies for the region and Russia's military infrastructure. Between 2023 and 2025, it was repeatedly attacked by drones, causing fires and damage to equipment. The Afip Oil Refinery, which produces fuel for the Russian military, has been repeatedly attacked by Ukrainian drones. In October 2023, it was struck by 2 SBU drones. There was also an attack on the oil refinery in June 2024 and at the end of August 2025. On September 26, the General Staff confirmed another defeat of this oil refinery.
Пизда. О боже. О, вау.
Near the city of Hulipole, in the Zaporizhia region, the 33rd Separate Assault Regiment of the Ground Forces of Ukraine and other related assault and mechanized units held back the offensive of the occupation forces of the aggressor country Russia. According to the southern Ukrainian Defense Forces, Ukrainian troops have regained control of the situation in this area, and the front has been stabilized. The enemy is suffering heavy losses. Military observer Vasil Pekhnio also confirmed on Ranuk.live that, despite the difficult situation, Ukrainian units have stabilized their defenses in the Hulipole area. He also reported on the enemy's operations in this section of the front. Russian occupation forces are using commanding heights east of Hulipole to cut off Ukrainian logistics. The Russians are using artillery, aircraft, and drones to secure the heights and control the approaches to the city. However, the Ukrainian defenders are resisting the enemy and now have a clear plan. The plan is to make Hulipole into some kind of absolute red line, beyond which the Russians would not be allowed to cross, or at least linger for very long, so that they can be destroyed, Pekhnio said. The main Russian goal in this sector is to advance north of Hulipole. By doing so, Russian forces aim to establish a third axis of pressure and set the conditions for a potential operational encirclement by pressuring Ukrainian defenses from three directions. The decision to bypass Hulipole from the north is driven by two key factors. First, Hulipole serves as the largest and most fortified Ukrainian stronghold in the region. A frontal assault on the town would inevitably result in severe Russian losses, which could rapidly erode their current manpower advantage and stall the wider offensive effort. Second, capturing the area north of Hulipole would open a corridor enabling Russian forces to push deeper into the Zaporizhia and Dnipropetrovsk regions. This approach would allow them to avoid engaging Ukraine's strongest defensive lines, increasing the likelihood of sustaining operational momentum. To fulfill their objective, Russian forces committed approximately 40,000 troops to secure overwhelming numerical superiority and concentrated their main effort on Uspennivka, the key Ukrainian strongpoint on the western bank of the Yanchel River. Given the settlement's advantageous position, the only feasible Russian approach was to overpower Ukrainian positions, infiltrate the village, and establish a bridgehead. To set the conditions, Russians intensified drone operations, artillery fire, and airstrikes, with over 400 shells landing daily according to the Ukrainian Southern Defense Forces. This sustained pressure gradually leveled fortified positions in and around Uspennivka. Ukrainian reaction proved too slow to counter the pace of developments, amplifying strain on frontline units. Seizing the opportunity, Russian assault groups exploited dense morning fog to conceal their movement, allowing them to concentrate sufficient forces at a critical point and initiate a breakthrough against the weakened Ukrainian defenses. Following their concentrated push, Russian forces captured Uspennivka, opening a broad operational space north of Hulipole. The scattered villages across the fields between the two rivers quickly became exposed targets for the 40,000-strong Russian reserves, who flooded the area faster than Ukrainian drones could kill them. Nevertheless, Solodk and Zelenski remain holding due to their closer access to Ukrainian supply routes.